All right, so you've just finished up your fundamentals course on vector databases. First of all, that's awesome. You've got the key concepts down, but you and I both know that the real work, and honestly the real fun, is just about to begin. This is where we go from just knowing stuff to being able to do stuff. We're going to turn that knowledge into some serious hands-on expertise.
And that's exactly what this is all about. This is the promise. We are done with just talking theory. What you're getting right now is a concrete, step-by-step, 90-day plan to take you from just understanding the ideas to becoming a real leader in this space. And believe me, this field is moving fast.
You know, this is the question that gets almost everybody. It's like, okay, I get embeddings, I understand indexing, I've even read about retrieval augmented generation, RAG, but now what? How do you actually bridge that huge gap between knowing the theory and doing something with it? Building things that work, things that can scale, and frankly, things that get you noticed. That's the puzzle we're going to solve together, starting right now. Okay, so here's how we're going to break it all down. We'll start by talking about that journey from just knowing to truly mastering. Then we'll get into the meat of it, the 90-day roadmap, split into 3 phases: building foundations, expanding your skills, and finally achieving mastery. And we'll wrap it up by talking about the huge career edge this is going to give you.
So this whole 90-day journey is really simple to visualize. It's 3 30-day sprints. The first 30 days are all about your foundation. We're going to ship something real. The next 30 days are for expansion, where we scale up what you know. And then the last 30 days, that's for mastery. That's where you become a leader. It's a super clear path, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. Let's do it. Phase 1, building foundations. For the next 30 days, your goal is simple, but it is so powerful. You're going to take what you've learned in theory and get a real live application into production. This is that make or break step where the abstract ideas finally hit the real world. And we're going to tackle this week by week, so it's not overwhelming. Week 1, you're just going to hit the ground running, get your environment set up, build your first basic semantic search. By week 2, you're deploying your first actual project. A Q&A bot for some documentation is a perfect place to start because it's a real problem that immediately shows the value of this tech. Then, week 3, it's all about making it better, optimizing performance, setting up monitoring. And in week 4, you start building your public profile. You document what you did and share it with the community. So how do you know if you succeeded? Well, it's simple. By day 30, you will have a live application being used by actual people, and you'll have a blog post that proves you know what you're talking about. See, these aren't just homework assignments. They're real, tangible assets for your career. Okay, you made it through phase 1. You've got a win under your belt. Now it's time for phase 2, expanding skills. This is where we start tackling more complexity, handling real-world traffic, and building a portfolio that really shows off what you can do. So check out how this builds. Week 5, you're going to level up. You'll implement more advanced stuff like retrieval augmented generation to give your app some conversational memory. Week 6, you're on to project number 2, something a little more complex. Now, week 7 is where it gets really interesting. You are going to stress test your system to handle 100 requests per second. That's not just some random number. It's a serious benchmark that proves your app is truly production grade. Then, week 8, you pull it all together into a professional portfolio. So just pause for a second and think about what you've done by the end of month 2. You're not just some person who built a little demo project. No, you have 2 production apps, a live portfolio, and you have proof, actual data, that your systems can take a punch. This puts you so far ahead of the pack. And now, the final push. Phase 3, achieving mastery. This is where you make that critical shift from just being a builder to becoming a leader. It's about cementing your expertise, giving back to the community, and getting ready to make that next huge career move. The focus here really elevates. Week 9, you're going to make your first contribution to an open source project. That is a massive signal to any employer. Week 10, you'll tackle something really advanced, like multimodal search, searching across text, images, and audio all at once. And then, weeks 11 and 12 are all about you and your career, prepping for interviews and establishing yourself as a thought leader, maybe by writing another article or even giving a talk. And here's the key. Success in this last phase is measured in real career results. Getting your code merged into a real project, lining up multiple job interviews, and becoming known as the person to ask about vector databases in your network. This is the ultimate payoff for 90 days of focused, hard work. Okay, so we've spent a lot of time on the how. Let's just talk for a minute about the why. Why should you go through all this trouble? Because, and I'm not exaggerating, the career opportunity in front of you right now is absolutely massive.
And this chart, well, it tells the whole story. The demand for people who have real, practical skills in AI infrastructure is just exploding. It's off the charts. But the supply of real experts, the people who can actually build and scale this stuff, is still incredibly low. That huge gap you see, that's your opening. That is your opportunity.
Look at it this way. Right now, most developers are still just watching intro videos, trying to wrap their heads around the basics. After these 90 days, you will walk into any conversation with multiple production projects, proof you can handle scale, and open source contributions. That isn't just a little advantage. It's a total game changer.
And this is what that advantage can actually look like in the real world. Within 6 months, you could seriously be getting offers from top AI companies. In a year, you could be in a senior engineer role. And in just 2 years, you could be a technical leader designing the next generation of AI systems. I'm serious. This is a totally realistic path for anyone who puts in the work right now. When you boil it all down, it really just comes to this one thing. Everybody has access to the same information, but the people who become masters, the ones who grab these incredible opportunities, they're the ones who commit to consistent, focused action. And this 90-day plan is your framework for taking that action.
So, let's not wait. Your journey starts today. Right now, after this, go set up your dev environment, build a tiny little prototype, and go join the Pinecone and Weavy communities online. They're amazing places to learn. Your only goal for this week is to get that first, simple project deployed. It's about small, achievable steps that build unstoppable momentum.
You have everything you need. Seriously, the knowledge is already in your head, and now you have a step-by-step roadmap right in front of you. There is only one question left, and it's the most exciting one of all. What are you going to build? Your journey to mastery starts this very moment. Go make it happen.